Hi guys, these are the notes for 9.3. I have a little demonstration I wanted to do for the surface area of a cylinder so you can envision where it comes from. So surface area up to this point of a solid is basically the area of every face added together. And on prisms and pyramids, there's always a polygon that you're finding the area of, and then you're just adding them all together. You might be adding a rectangle and 3 triangles. You might be adding 2 rectangles and then another 4 rectangles. So cylinders are different because I have my trusty example here. So I pulled us a paper towel roll. I thought a good example of a cylinder. It has what for its bases? If you were thinking circle, then you are correct. And how many circles do you see? If you are thinking 2, then you are correct. So I also want to show you this curved part, which is the lateral face. So it looks curved, and you might be wondering, well, what is it? It looks just like a curved surface. So if I start here, and I made a mark for myself, and I unravel this to the point that I want to, what shape do you now see? So if I hold this up, hopefully you can envision this now as a rectangle. So what makes up a cylinder for its surface area? So you have the 2 circle bases, and then if I unwrap the paper towel roll to that spot, you actually have a rectangle. So I bet you know the formula for area of a circle and a rectangle. So if I were to do the surface area of a cylinder, okay, it would be 2 circles plus a rectangle. And again, you're probably wondering, well, how could it be a rectangle? A rectangle is a polygon. How does that have anything to do with a curved surface? But once I lay that rectangle flat, we can go through and change it into something that is of a circular nature. So what is the area of a circle? So anybody remember? Please make me happy that you remember that it's pi r squared. And there's 2 of them, so we're going to do 2 pi r squared. Now plus, so area of a rectangle is supposed to be length times width. So let me come back to my paper towel. So this is supposed to be, we'll say the top is the length, and down the side is the width. So that's all great, but I need it in terms of the circle. So let me rewrap the paper towel. Okay, so from here all the way around, what is the distance around a circle? So I'll give you a second. Distance around a circle is 2 pi r. It's the circumference. And the width, you could see, it could be the width, but the width is actually the what of the paper towel. It's the height. So now I've just derived, it's 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm not going to have you get a roll of paper towel every time you do a problem and prove it to me. Once we've proved it, now you get to use the formula. So that's great. You don't have to get out a cylinder and go through this process. Now you could see that the surface area comes from 2 circles and a rectangle. And then I went through and I substituted for the parts that are really circular, okay, to come up with 2 pi r squared because there's 2 circular bases. So area of the 2 circular bases. And then the area of the rectangle, which is the lateral surface area, it's 2 pi r. It's its circumference times the height.